Welcome to the Revival Method podcast, where we teach you actionable steps that you can take to start moving, thinking, and feeling better. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Revival Method podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Brandon Parker, and today's episode is a special one because I had the awesome opportunity to interview one of our clients, because prior to Matt reaching out to us for our coaching services, he was dealing with quite a bit. First and foremost, every time he stepped foot in the gym, he would injure his lower back to the point where he was actually scared to resistance train again. You see, that becomes a huge issue because resistance training is the one thing that we can do to make sure that we don't get injured, right? And another thing, we had to make sure that we sat down, figured out where he could and could not move, and restore the range of motion that he once lost. You see, once we were able to restore that range of motion, strengthen his body in the ways that he needed, and then of course tweak his nutrition in a way that his nutrition matched his ultimate goal, he was able to move and feel his best. So I would love for you to sit through this, listen to his perspective on the program, because I feel like it could help you a lot. All right, now, peace. Matt, can you tell me a little bit about why you decided to work with me and my team?
Hey, yeah, sure. So I guess it was last year. I had been traveling for work quite a bit. I had been on a journey on my own and had lost, I think, 30 pounds. And I was trying to maintain that while I was working on the road. I was having a hard time. I did manage to find a personal trainer at the time who helped me because I was having an issue with a lower back injury and I kept re-injuring it anytime that I would try to work out on my own. So whether that would be with weights or even some aerobic exercises. Um, so I managed to lose 30 pounds that year. Um, then I moved to another location and tried to do it on my own. Was going to the hotel gym. I think the second workout that I did there, I hurt my back pretty bad again. And then out of the 3 months I was there, I was out of commission for I think 2 of those months or roundabout. Had an MRI. Nobody really saw anything crazy, so I just felt kind of stuck. And at that point, I was a little fearful of trying to work out on my own again, because every time I tried to do that, I would injure myself, and then I don't know. I just kind of got stuck in a pattern of why bother. So all I could really do that I felt the only thing I could do at the time was just walk. So I was walking as much as I could, but really wasn't doing the trick. So anyway, the magic that is Instagram put you on my page, and I started following you and seeing some of your stretches and videos. So I thought, okay, well, this is cool. And then I noticed that you were offering a program, and that's when I reached out and thought, when I get home, I'd like to try something different and see if I can learn how to protect myself. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's been great.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Congratulations for losing the 30 pounds, because that is substantial and a lot of people can't
Thank
do
you.
that. And the fact that you were able to do that prior to joining us in our team, I felt like you were going to hit the ground running, because I know you had that fear with the lower back pain, because everyone would. The last thing you want to be is out of
Mhm.
commission, not able to exercise and move the way you want. And then, of course, that's like a slippery slope of regaining that weight that you may have lost, right? So I'm like super excited to say that you were telling me a couple weeks back that your back feels very, very strong now and like super mobile. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I'm amazed. So I've gone from, I mean, at the time I would get up off the couch and I felt like I was probably 10 or 15 years older than I actually am. My hips and my lower back were so stiff in the mornings or even if I sat very long. So now I'm happy to say I don't have that any longer. I'm camping again on an air mattress. One night that sucker went flat and I woke up on the ground. I got up with no problems. I've stepped in holes. I've gone backwards the wrong way down the stairs and stumbled a little bit. In the past, that would have set me down for weeks, and I bounced right back. So I'm very happy with where I am.
That's
So
beautiful to
thank you.
hear. Oh, of course. I mean, working with somebody like yourself, who what I would consider is a self-starter, and like, you're kind of like, hey, just tell me what to do and I'll get it done. It's amazing to see, because at the end of the day, it doesn't become a matter of if you're going to see the results, it becomes a matter of when, right? And my question for you is like working with me and Dr. Raul, did you feel
Mhm.
like at any point in time that you were like overwhelmed, stressed out, restricting your foods or anything like that?
No, I appreciated the accountability with the checking in every week and then our calls once a month. The app itself that you guys use was amazing. Every day it tells you what you need to do. And I knew that either through the app or through text message, I could reach out to either one of you with any questions. If there was an exercise that I couldn't do, then you guys were quick to substitute that for me and find something that felt a little better. So,
Yeah, I mean, I think it's huge. A lot of issues come about when people don't take the time or coaches don't take the time to modify the movements to the person's capabilities, and then it just leaves this weird gap of either the participant, the workout person is trying to rise to the occasion and they end up getting injured, or they kind of just say,
yeah.
"I'm not doing that," and then you're kind of setting the standard of skipping exercise. So I
Mhm.
think that's one place that we actually, I would say, really thrive in is the ability to listen to you and give you exactly what you're looking for. And I guess my final question here for you would be like, is there any takeaway message that you've gotten from this overall experience working with us? And if somebody was like on the fence on whether or not they want to take control of their health and wellness, what would you tell them?
I would say, look, I'm actually considering right now taking this a step further and continuing on with this just because it's been such a positive influence on my life. I've built definition, which I wanted to do. I've lost fat. My back doesn't hurt. My knees actually feel better. Um, and I just feel supported and all around. It's been a great program.
This is something that I want to say. I always say it to you. I feel like working with somebody like yourself, it's more than just a professional relationship. I do feel like we are connected on a friendship level, and I
Yeah, absolutely.
don't, I can't say that for every encounter I have with my clients. There's times where I feel like we don't mesh well, and I have to say, hey, look, we did great results, but I don't think we should extend. But for somebody for like you, like the door is always open. Like if there's a point in time where you're like, hey, look, I'm going on a hiatus for a year, but maybe in the future I want to come back. My door is metaphorically open, not physically open. I live in the hood. I can't be doing stuff like that. But but I just wanted to take the time and thank you, Matt. I mean, it's been amazing working with you. I would love to work with you in the future, but that's what the future will entail.
Yeah, I thank you. And I say to anybody on the fence, just take the step because this has been the best thing and the best investment that I've done for myself in a really long time. So I don't think you'll have any regrets.